prove the value of museums?
Who wants to know?
It's the topic of this year's Museums in Conversation conference. You want to submit something?
I got nothing to say.
Why?
Because we've already proven our value. We receive major awards, we're accredited, our interpretation's held up as a model, but it's still not enough to get the support we need.
I agree. Just think of our education programs. 7th graders, they're the absolute hardest nut to crack. We've got them caring passionately about the Cherry Hill family and slaves. They argue about the choices these people made, and then I think start looking at their own lives and thinking about the difficult choices their families had to make.
Yeah, we teach them to think. Country needs that right now.
This wouldn't even be a problem if we were in some Scandinavian country where they support their museums.
But we're not in a Scandinavian country. So what are we going to do?
I'm Tom Turner, reporting live from historic Cherry Hill, downtown Albany. I've been granted an exclusive interview with the director of the museum, who has a very important announcement to make.
Historic Cherry Hill has come to a crossroads. I feel strongly that we've held up our end of the bargain in proving our value, encouraging the public to look critically at history and the role that it plays in their own lives. The announcement I'm about to make is going to radically change the way we do things as an institution. The recognition is there. Of nearly 2,000 museums in New York State, do you know only 62 are accredited by the American Association of Museums? In 2009, we received one of 2 awards in the entire country for our commitment to preserving our collections. Our tour received a rave review in the Journal of American History. That's like being on the cover of Rolling Stone for a rock star. And our programs and tours receive overwhelmingly positive feedback from visitors and school groups. But evidently all that isn't enough. This important Albany landmark continues to struggle financially.
But wouldn't you agree that historic Cherry Hill isn't alone in facing these financial uncertainties?
Absolutely. It's difficult for all museums in such an unsympathetic financial climate. Support from both the government and private sectors has lagged behind the needs of cultural institutions. But the economy isn't entirely to blame. And whether the stock market is up or down, museums' value doesn't similarly fluctuate.
Are you suggesting that the public doesn't place high enough value on cultural institutions?
Not exactly, but recognizing their value doesn't always translate into critically needed dollars. Look, I believe ensuring preservation and access over the long haul is a 3-way responsibility. Most museums in New York State are chartered by the State Education Department, and our work is done on behalf of the people of New York State. It seems to me then that the public and private sectors both share in the burden of providing the resources necessary for us to do that work.
But clearly that is not the case at this present time. What does that mean for historic Cherry Hill?
Well, after much deliberation and discussions with the board and staff, we've made an important decision. Historic Cherry Hill is moving to Sweden, a country we feel fully supports its museums.
Exactly what are you trying to say?
We're moving to Sweden!
It doesn't make sense to move a piece of American history to a foreign country.
This house is awesome.
There are some who say that this is a pretty extreme, if not absurd, step to take. What do you have to say to your critics?
This isn't a decision that's been made lightly. It's been a lot of thought, deliberation, and sleepless nights.
You can talk, guys.
Here, so you can go whenever.
I'm sorry, am I supposed to be here?
No, now you're late for the lesson.
You just failed Swedish 101.
They have to make just choices, analyze choices these people made, and kind of apply those choices to their own family's life.
Here! What do you want? Cherry Hill! Where do you want it? Here! What do you want? Cherry Hill! Where do you want it? Here! What do you want? Cherry Hill!
IKEA. Put it together, takes a long time, and then you sit up.
we're on 5 minutes.
Intern miserable.
That's good. Alright, so
You're on.
You made me laugh.
With the current restoration. Sorry.